All right, I think we're live here. I'm not sure. I'm kind of testing some stuff out. Okay, let me mute this thing here. I've got kind of a laptop off to the side here to act as kind of a monitor and kind of see what's going on here. I'm kind of experimenting around. I'm using my iPhone. And orientation is locked. Okay, rotate the device back. Okay, so it looks like I can't go landscape mode, at least not yet. And let's see what I've got here on the screen. First time doing this, folks, so if you're hanging here with me, I'm sorry for the delay. I'm trying to figure out how all this stuff is going to work. And this way I can see the chat and I can see everybody shows up. Nobody may show up. This is the first time I've done this, so it may be that nobody shows up at all. And that's the case. I'm just playing guitar for myself, which is something I do all the time anyway. So we'll just see how this goes here. Well, if you're here and you have come onto this live chat, I'm going to play a couple of songs today. And I'm going to be using my Ovation, my 1977 Ovation 6-string for a couple of songs. I'm going to sing a little bit, do a couple of cover tunes, and then over here I've got beside me my big Guild. This is the one I call the piano. It's big and black, and it's got like really deep bass notes on it. So when you hit it, it's sort of like hitting those bass notes on the low end of the piano. So I'll be playing those couple of guitars. You can see some of the ones here behind me, and well, let's see how we're going to do. Let me kind of scoot a little bit. All right, I'm going to start off with a little tribute song here, I think, first. The great Gordon Lightfoot, one of my early musical influences, especially for 12-string, passed away just a few weeks ago. And he will be missed in the music world and left a great legacy of amazing songs behind. And this is one of his that I've kind of reinterpreted in my own kind of way of playing to be able to do this as a solo piece. It's called Is There Anyone Home? And it's from the Sundown album. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. House made of stone. Anyone inside know my name? by name. I've been around for half a few tales to unwind. Turn around, don't look down. There's a man behind you with a gun. Like any wandering minstrel at dawn in the house of 1,000 leaves, I think I heard someone stirring. I think I heard someone stirring. I think I Is there anyone home? Gordon Lightfoot. If you've seen the video on the channel just recently, this guitar is a new acquisition. I found this one on Guitar Center, and there's kind of a story behind it. When I was in high school, worked in a music store part-time, you know, your after-school job kind of thing. I actually taught guitar lessons when I was about 17. And an Ovation just like this came into the store, and I already owned a white Ovation Breadwinner, which was their solid body electric. And I said, hey, this would be a good pair to go with my solid body guitar. And so I bought this thing, and then many years later down the road, I got married and joined the Air Force. We moved to Colorado Springs, and there was one payday where the payday wasn't going far enough. And we were, by the time you pay the rent and the light bill and all this other stuff, it's like, you know, you're not going to make it through the month. I've got a new wife, and she's pregnant, and it's important that we like eat. And so I ended up pawning the thing, or actually I didn't pawn. I just took it to a pawn shop and sold it to them, and they gave me like $80 or $85 for it. And this really just they screwed me over. But that was enough money to buy groceries to get through a couple of weeks. And but I always missed this guitar. And a few months ago, I picked up this Ovation 12-string behind me. I always wanted one of those when I was a kid. I never did get one. And this one back behind me is a 77. And that's kind of neat because like that's the year I graduated from high school. Well, this one is also a 77. So imagine how thrilled I was when I saw this one come up on the Guitar Center website. I was looking on eBay and Reverb and just to see, looking for an Ovation 6-string to kind of go with my Ovation 12-string. And when this one came along, it was like, yay, I had to have it. So anyways, if you've had a guitar once upon a time, you sold it and you buy one just like it years later, it's like shaking hands with an old friend. You just kind of get right back into it again. It's a voice and a feel and everything that's very familiar. And it's kind of fun to have this thing. Okay, we'll do one more 6-string tune and with vocals here. This is Elton John's Your Song. If you hear dogs barking in the background, we do have dogs here at home, and it's about this time of day that the UPS man or the FedEx man usually comes by. So if you hear them going crazy, like they're going to attack and kill somebody, there's a couple of little Chiweenie yappers that are going to go out there and go crazy. I thought I'd turn that off there. I got a phone call coming in, and I'm going to pause on the song here for a second because they may call me back. A lot of these robocalls and stuff, they'll call you twice in a row. So I'm going to hold tight for just a second here. Let's see here. It'll go away this time. My setup here is to use my iPhone, and I've got a little thing that's made by a company called Mayano, and it's like a little podcast mixer kind of thing, and it gives you, lets you have a microphone or two, and it has some reverb mixes. So you hear some reverb on the mix that's coming from that thing. I wish I could have the reverb off the vocal or whatever, but when I'm speaking, but it is what it is. But it's a nice little setup, and it's improved the quality of the sound for my videos on the channel a lot. That's been a pretty handy little thing. All right, so I think they're done with the scam phone calls, and I'm going to do Your Song by Elton John. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily house where both could live. If I was a sculptor, then again, no, or a man who makes potions with a trash show. Don't have much money, but I sorry about the lyrics. I sat on the roof, kicked off the moss, a few verses that got me quite cross. But the sun's been quite nice while I wrote this song. So people like you keep it turned on, and you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple now that it's done. I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is when you're in the world. Excuse me for these things I do. Is there green and blue? Anyway, the things what I'm saying, what I really mean. Yours are the sweetest eyes I've ever seen. And you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple now that it's done. I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is when you're in the world. I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is with you in the world. All right, your song. Sorry about the lyrics on it. It's been a long time since I've done that one. Kind of decided to do that one at the last minute and reviewed the words and sang it through a few times. And then, of course, in the midst of the distractions here and stuff, trying to go live, oh, it's easy to screw stuff up. But hey, what the heck? This is a song shared among friends. Well, so this is the piano here. This is my Guild. It's a Guild F2512. You've seen it on the channel quite a bit, probably. I'm going to try and move around a little bit here. When I play these instrumentals, I actually hold the thing classical style. So I have like a footstool. I'm going to put this thing on and play a couple of tunes for you. These are instrumentals that are from my new 12-string album. I put out an album in May called Shades of Gray. It's a collection of instrumentals that I wrote a long time ago, and they have been amplified, not amplified, but I was augmented, that's the word I'm looking for, augmented by some 6-string banjo, bass, mandolin, and a few other parts and stuff in there to kind of orchestrate them a little bit. And I'm very proud of it, and I hope that you'll check it out. It's available on Spotify, Apple Music, and on my website, gregorydwest.com. I'm going to do a tune that's called the Square Tire Effect. I got to tell you a little bit about the Square Tire Effect. I spent years living in Alaska, about 10 years of my life up in Alaska. And when you live in a place like outside of Anchorage, where in the wintertime it'll get 20 below zero, and if you park your car overnight, sometimes where the flat part of where your car is parked, against the tires are on the ground there, that part will kind of freeze, and the tires will get hard. And when you start rolling, you come out in the morning to get ready to go to work, you come out and hit the road, and you got a flat side on all four tires, and it'll start this book, and you just kind of get jostled around until the tires warm up enough from the friction, and then they will round out. The colder it gets, the longer it lasts, and I call that the square tire effect. So this song kind of depicts driving a car with the square tire effect happening on your wheels. It's a real odd, strange piece. It's not quite like anything else. I always try to figure out what genre to put my music in. I mean, there's like John Fay, he invented a fingerstyle acoustic guitar genre he called American primitive guitar. Leo Kottke, we never did figure out what to call him. He's not folk, he's not jazz, he's not pop. He's, so this is kind of in that family of things here. So this actually has, it's got kind of a rock feel in some places, and in other places it's kind of bluegrassy, and it's just an oddball kind of piece. One place I want you to pay attention to, in the middle of the song, I had worked on a section. I want to create a separate bass section and a separate melody section. So you hear a melody part that's going da 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 da, and then there's this bass part going boom 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 underneath it. And I'm doing those two at the same time. And I got that part that when I was writing, I said, oh, that sounds really cool. And then I got that's two parts at once. I wonder if I could put a third part in. So then a third voice comes in on top of it, which is like a high melody. So it's a pretty kind of, so I want you to pay attention and take note of that when I play that part of the song. That's the part you need to appreciate. All right, so here we go, the square tire effect. I'm in tune here as far as I can tell. By the time I get done working out on this thing, it may not be in tune. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. workout playing that one. Oh, the square tire effect. All right, let's go to finish off here. One last one. This is Instant Ambrosia. This is another kind of weird little piece here that gets played here on this here 12 string. This 12 string, by the way, in case you're wondering, this is tuned in standard tuning, but one whole step down. So the strings, instead of E, A, D, G, B, E, are D, G, C, F, A, D. So it's one whole step down, but the chords are still the same as standard tuning. Let's see here. So, Instant Ambrosia. This is a song I wrote in about 1978 and has been kind of like my closer for concerts and stuff. It's really hard to play, even to this day, after playing it for 45 years or however long it's been. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and launch into this. Instant Ambrosia starts off here. Oops, bad. Worked out a sweat on that one. That was Instant Ambrosia. That is also on the album Shades of Grey. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready to sign off. This is my first shot at doing a live stream. I hope this went well. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope the sound quality is good. I hope you're not just looking at a screen of a guy playing guitar and having no sound. And I hope that I have to figure out how to turn the screen landscape. I'm not sure how to do that, so you see a little bit more of the studio and the guitars and stuff in here. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks to all my subscribers. We're getting close to 1,500 subscribers. Thank you all. Thank you for the comments that you send in. I appreciate those. They're fun to answer. I appreciate the ideas that you give me for new videos. If you liked this, please like, subscribe, and share. And be sure to check out the album. Again, see you next time on the channel. And if this worked out okay, maybe we'll do this again soon. Let me know what you think in the comments. Bye-bye now. How do you turn this off? I don't know how you turn this off. There we go. Let's try that. You want to stop? Yes, I want to stop.